Welcome back, everyone. We do know supporting local is so important, and that is especially true for our farmers.
Caitlin Francis went to Luck of Bolton to find out why flowers don't need to come from the store, but from a stand. Take a look.
As spring turns to summer here in Connecticut, local farms across the state are in full bloom.
I can see why you wanted this to be your full-time job.
Yeah. Yeah, it is really magical. This time of year in the greenhouse is super magical, like right now.
It's just an explosion of color. Like, I think in general, flowers make people happy.
They do. Actually, they've done studies, and they do make people happy. You mark milestones.
Heidi Luck is now a third-generation farmer at the Luck of Bolton farm. Her grandparents raised cattle and turkeys, her parents raised capons, and now she is raising flowers.
Over the pandemic was when, for lack of, or I guess pun intended, but it really blossomed for you, right?
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, it really did. I was just starting up. I was working in corporate America in marketing for 33 years. I was very unhappy. My 6th bank merger, and I got laid off, and it was just perfect timing. I was able to start up the farm, and it was right when, the pandemic came in. At first, I thought, oh no, but it actually was the most wonderful opportunity because everybody was trapped at home with nothing to do, looking for experiences, something new. So my stand was busy and selling out every morning by 10 o'clock. It was fantastic. So it was a great way for me to introduce, flowers to the community, get some great customers. My community has been absolutely wonderful.
She's constantly learning, trying to figure out best practices for growing unique petals here in Connecticut.
I kind of call it flowering in the north. I had taken a seminar. I thought it was a super name for it because it's a difficult environment here. We're sitting inside an unheated high tunnel, and I use this as a season extender. So the flowers behind me, these are Italian ranunculus, and they like it warmer and dry. But they're related to the buttercup family, so they like it a cool start, and they're coming, actually, believe it or not, even though they're all in bloom here, they're coming towards their end. I planted these in January, and I've been babying them ever since. We cover them up every night with fabric, frost cloth, uncover them every morning, open up the greenhouse so it doesn't get too warm. So I'm able to offer some different flowers earlier. I'd love to put in another tunnel. And then, the seasons are changing now. I had just got done with tulip season. That's something we started, you start planting in October, and that was fantastic this year. Interesting, different tulips that people can't buy in the local grocery store. And my customers just love them. Next is the summer crops, the late spring crop summer. I'm getting ready to plant dahlias. Those will be in the fall.
Heidi Luck says in the United States, 80% of the florals we purchase are imported, leaving only 20% locally grown. She's hoping to see more of a resurgence of local growers and support for local growers. One of the reasons why, she says, the flowers last longer.
These flowers will last. I have a vase that's been going. I think it's on day 10. So I pick these. One day, they usually get some time in the cooler because they like to get a little cold, and then they're on your table the next day. So I don't hold flowers, and I sell to local florists as well. So those are getting cut and treated, processed, and then out the door they go. So they're fresh. Yeah, flowers that you're getting from the florist, they could be already 10 days old and covered in insecticides, full of bugs. I don't use insecticides here on the farm. I use beneficial bugs. So occasionally you might see a little aphid, but that tells you that those flowers are safe, and you can let your children touch them. You can compost them. Yep. They're not going to, there's nothing bad on them.
It's also why she loves using them in bouquets for weddings.
It's extremely satisfying, and I had a bride last year. It's actually one of my favorite bouquets I ever made. When I gave her the bouquet, she was all dressed up, and I gave it to her, and she started crying. It made me, I'm actually getting a little, choked up thinking about it now, because, you dream of this day, us girls, and you're a little girl, you dream of getting married, so it's extremely important. These are in all your photographs. They're really important. Spend some extra money on your flowers. Go to a reputable florist or farm. There's tons of farms around. I think it's called slowflowers.org. You can look up flower farms in your area. They're more in season. For example, these are fresher. They're going to look better.
In addition to weddings, Heidi holds wreath-making classes, bouquet classes, and sells arrangements for other occasions like showers, parties, proms, even funerals. But her farm stand during the season is stocked with fresh flowers to buy, and they don't last long.
It's a great time to be a farmer. I think I kind of equate it to like somebody who, like being a chef. Years ago, it wasn't a very glamorous job. Now it's like everybody wants to be the chef, and I think farmers are kind of getting a little more respect in that way. Because it's a little, people want that experience. They don't have the opportunity to, be on a farm and experience. Yeah. So having the classes, the workshops, and getting people on the farm is really nice. Like the Bolton Land Trust is holding an event here on July 22nd. We're going to do a little tour so people can see. I've always wanted to see what's going on, in the flower farm. So, yeah, it's nice to share it with everybody.
And with colors like this, it's no wonder people want to experience the Luck of Bolton.
Really beautiful. You can find the roadside self-service stand right at 344 West Street in Bolton. And for more information, you can visit luckofboltonfarm.com. Also, follow them on social media for any updates. So cute.